Noble gases. The noble gases are that column at the very right-hand side of the periodic table. They're gases at room temperature, and what we know about them is they're not reactive. In this video, I'm going to just spend a really quick amount of time telling you why they're not reactive, and while I do that, I'm going to address what ion they would form. So let's take as an example the noble gas neon. Neon has an atomic number of 10 and an atomic mass of 20. So let's look at what that looks like in a Bohr-Rutherford diagram. So my number of protons is just my atomic number 10, and my number of neutrons is 20 minus 10 are my protons and neutrons minus my protons, leaving me with 10 neutrons as well. So put those guys in my nucleus and then start my electron shells. Now to figure out what ion they'll form, I'm going to do the same thing I did in the previous video, where I'm going to start assuming that it's neutral, or that the number of protons and electrons are the same. Remembering our rule 2, 8, 8, having put 2 electrons in the first shell, I have to start the next shell. And then I'm going to put 8 electrons in that shell. That gets me up to my 10. And then if I look at this atom, what I'm going to notice is that outer shell is already full. So if this was going to become a negative ion, it'd have to take on a new electron and start a whole new shell. It doesn't want to do that. If it were to become a positive ion, it'd have to give up one of these electrons and then its shell wouldn't be full. It doesn't want to do that. And so what we notice with the noble gases, and you can do this for any of the noble gases, is that once you get their Bohr-Rutherford diagram set up, their outer shell is full when they are neutral. So they don't form an ion. That means that they don't react with any other chemicals to exchange electrons, either give them up or take them or share them. They don't do any of that stuff, and that's why they're not reactive. That's why they're stable just how they are. And so noble gases have very little attraction to any other particle, and so they fly about in free space, ignoring all the other particles as single atoms that never form ions. That's the basic idea behind the noble gases.